green flags being waved, and I think David Hatton immediately has drawn alongside and is challenging for the lead on the way into turn one. But it's a brave man who tries to go around the outside. And actually, Colton Myers, the debutant, trying to get up the inside of the championship challenger. So he's not afraid to get his nose in there. Matt Trumpets has consolidated fourth place with Alexander Dobertsberger trying to get around him. And Custom Lemke getting in there as well, ahead of Spanners, although it looks like he's coming under pressure from Danny Henney. The man who was battling for the win and was leading most of race one takes two cars in as many corners. That's an aggressive move from the debutant, but he is rapidly making his way up the field. After seeing that, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up trying to battle for the podium or maybe even the win a little bit later on. Alexander Dobertsberger making moves on Matt Trumpets, trying to go around the outside of the banking. And as David Hatton makes a move for the lead into the chicane, down at turn 11. Hatton leads. Oh, and no, going for a spin goes Ishmael Basso. So the man who started on pole position round at the chicane, that's unfortunate for him. But so Colton Myers, in his first night of racing with Missed Apex Motorsport, is now in second place, ahead of Alexander Dobertsberger. So we did get ahead of Trumpet, who is now coming under pressure from Danny Henney. So he's going to be right up into the podium placings before you even know it at the end of lap one.
That one was a little bit of carnage a bit further back, and Sam Harper, I was watching there just to see how he got through. He's made up 7 positions on that first lap. He was going through the very tight section with all the walls, and there were cars spinning everywhere. He did a great job to avoid all of those.
So Henney makes up another position. He's into fourth place ahead of Trumpets, and he's got 1.4 seconds or so to close in on Alexander Dobertsberger in in third place, sorry. Colton Meyer going wide on the exit of turn 2, and Dobertsberger goes through. So the lack of experience for Myers showing a little bit there. This is his first race, and look, here comes Danny Henney as well to take that podium position away from him. So a huge amount of pressure being put on Colton at the moment. I've got to say, he's doing a pretty good job of it so far, but you've got to feel Henney is about to come through. So back onto the banking section on the inside ribbon, and Henney surely is going to be pulling towards the inside. It will be of the next chicane. He's got the line, although I think he thinks better of it. Oh, Colton goes for a spin and very nearly collects the orange car, the BRKC racer. But that is third place for Danny Henney, pretty secure, as Spanners gets up the inside of Custom Lemke and is now going to set his eyes on Matt Trumpets. And there's another championship battle going on there, because we didn't quite know this after Silverstone, but for the first time, Trumpets was leading Spanners in the championship, and Spanners was not one bit happy about that. So we're following Pinero at the moment. He's made up 19 positions already. He's up in 10th place. Make that another one as he goes around the outside of Lemke. So I think he's had a drama somewhere, because he was just behind Spanners. Meanwhile, Sam Harper has made up 10 positions as well. He's in 7th place. So at the moment, only losing 6 points to David Hatton. So if Hatton wants to really undo the damage from race 1, he needs another mega race 3 and hope that Sam doesn't make up the positions. Oh, a lot of drama going on down at the chicane, and Sam Harper is very much involved in that. I think he's just got past Matt Trumpet, and we have Brad Philpott involved in that as well. He's about to make a move on Trumpets as they head towards the final chicane. Doesn't make a lunge for it up the inside, and actually goes off the circuit. Nearly ran into the back of Trumpet, and he's losing a couple of positions, and Pinero goes through as well.
Yeah, Pinero's really caught back onto this queue of cars, and Philpott there, that was a big mistake from him. That's put him down a couple of places. Pinero looking at the back of Ooms, he's gone down the inside. Yep,
he's through. Easy move for him on what was our race 3 winner from Okayama, and Philpott looks like he's about to follow through. So now Pinero after Trumpets for 6th place.
Yeah, Pinero's making massive moves through. Trumpet's
gone round, so easy position game for Pinero and Ooms and Philpott as well. So shame for Trumpet, and I'd say Spanners, if I can find him, is keeping it on the track as well.
He is. He's in
So
fourth.
doing well. He's in
Under
fourth
pressure.
place.
Yeah, he's under pressure from Harper, and Pinero is rapidly bearing down on the two of them. So this could get very tasty very quickly for Spanners.
So Harper, if he's in contention here to take another fourth place finish, which is how he's been getting these championship advantages anyway. And yeah, it looks like he's going to do it now as he pulls out of the slipstream around the apron. And I think he's going to be clear of him before they even get to the chicane. Yep. So that's fourth place for Sam Harper. Now he's got quite the gap back to Danny Henny.
And Pinero goes down the inside of Spanners as well. I think
Henny...
sensible there, just letting the two faster guys through, trying not to compromise his own race.
Henny up into second place. He dispatched of Dobertsberger into turn one, I think, because he was behind him over the timing line, but he is now ahead of him on track. And less than 4 seconds behind David Hatton. David might have to start looking in his mirrors because we're on lap 5 of 12. If in 7 laps, Danny can close that gap, and I wouldn't put it past him.
No, Henny's been very quick all weekend, so he's definitely under pressure. It's David Hatton. Interesting battle further back. You got Pinero, Philpott trying to make up for that mistake. He's dropped a little bit back, actually, trying to get past Spanners. He got balked a little bit through one of the slower corners, so he's got a bit of room to make up now.
Saving grace for Hatton might be Pinero closing in on Sam as well in this battle for fourth place. So that could take another point away from Sam Harper. And if Hatton can just hold on, maybe, we'll see what the lap times are like between Henny and Dobertsberger. So Henny's just gone over the line with a 15.3, and Hatton was a 16 flat. He took 7 tenths out of him. Hatton needs to up the pace. We're on lap 6, so about to hit that halfway point.
It's very easy when you're at the front to just kind of ease off a little bit and protect your lead, but actually that's probably the worst thing you can do. You tend to make more mistakes, and actually he's dropped off a lot of time. So I expect that battle to get very juicy in a couple of laps.
Pinero, by the way, about to take Sam Harper up the inside of turn 6. Very, very close on the way through, but Harper is able to repel the advances of the former F2 driver for now.
Yeah, Harper is not acting like he's a championship leader. He is absolutely battling tooth and nail with these guys. You've got Philpott closing back in on them now that they're fighting. So that, again, is looking like Pinero getting the slipstream, but he's nowhere near into this chicane.
You've got to be properly alongside to have a go into that chicane. But Pinero looks very ominous behind the back of Sam Harper's car.
He's got a good exit, though.
All of these guys have made up a lot of positions. Sam Harper started 17th. Ramon Pinero started 29th. Brad Philpott started 20th on that reverse grid pole. So all these guys have done brilliant to keep out of trouble. And as far as I can see, no damage on any of those cars. Oh, Pinero's got a run on him, though, out of the final chicane. And Harper doesn't fight it. He just lets him through because he needs to consolidate those points. We've got somebody around, that's Danny Silva around at turn 1, so not one of the leading contenders, and no need to worry about that. And Harper has also let Brad Philpott through down at turn 3.
Yeah,
so,
he saw him coming, just eased him through on the inside there. So again, now he's realised he's quite sensible, I think.
Yeah, so, well, lose 2 points rather than a potential 15. Danny Henny, meanwhile, took another chunk, almost a second out of Hatton on that one. And he's right on the back of him. They're heading into 11 and 12 now, and this is on for the lead. And we've still got 4 laps to go after this one.
Yeah, this is looking very ominous for Hatton here. I think Henny's going to get a little draft round the oval here. Just cutting across the yellow line. He's going to go to the outside, which then turns to the inside. No, he thought better of it this time.
So Hatton holds on for another lap. They're about to start lap 8. And it's absolutely nose to tail for the lead. What does Hatton do here? Does he try and fight it and keep that extra point, or does he have to just let Danny go?
I don't think he's got much of a choice here, because Hatton is... he's nearly defended that. Henny made a lunge, but it was like a half-assed lunge, I think, and he's now coming up behind him again. Yep.
Options running out for David Hatton, really. So this is going to be an immense drive if he's able to hold him off, because Danny is just so much quicker at the moment. And he's having another look as they come out of turn 8. He's got a slightly better line through there, but this is where it's really going to count. Back onto the banking on the apron, and a great slipstream for him. Might be past him by the time they even get to the braking zone, although he's got to go the long way round. Hatton with the line on this occasion, but Henny is outbraked him. Can he go around the outside? Yes, he can. Brilliant move for the lead by Danny Henny.
Well, that was so dangerous there because Hatton clattered that curve and nearly sent him sideways into Henny. That was very close to contact there.
So I wonder if Hatton can maybe get back alongside him as they get back into the chicane. I don't think he'll try and overtake it. It's just Henny might just drive away now, especially with the infield section coming up. Not too many places you can try and overtake there.
Hatton's got to be careful as well because Derbertsberger is making inroads on him. He's only 1.8 seconds behind now, so he could even be looking at third place by the end of this race if he's not careful.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got to say, Sam Harper is still doing a great job in consolidating the points, still sitting there in 6th place. It looks pretty on between Philpott and Pinero, so we'll see how that battle pans out for 4th place. I've got to say, Philpott was not looking 100%. He was very, very close to Danny Henny's pace in Friday practice, but he was not getting a great feel from his brake pedals as Pinero runs it very close to the wall on the exit of turn 8. But Philpott has had a new pedals installed on his rig since then, and he put a message in our WhatsApp chat. It's on, Danny. It's so on. And we saw the incredible battle between them. But right now, it's between him and Pinero for 4th place. And Philpott's got to run, and that's interesting. Pinero's let him go.
Has he let him breeze by there?
Well, he got up onto the banking, which is not really what you should be doing, as we saw in Philpott's track guide, and it seemed like he just let off the throttle. I'm confused by Ramon's thinking there. Maybe it'll pan out later for him in the race. Maybe he just wants to see how good Philpott is, although he's pulling away, and there's only 3 laps remaining. So, interesting choice there by Pinero.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the psyche of a racing driver, having gotten to know these guys, to just let somebody through and watch how good they are as they drive off into this race.
Hatton's somewhat responded to Derbertsberger, only lost half a second on that round, so it's 1.7 seconds with 2.5 laps remaining. It's going to be tight, isn't it, between these guys? It will take one mistake from Hatton and Derbertsberger will be all over him. So Pinero, meanwhile, has closed back up to Philpott. So the slipstream effect definitely working, as it looked like Philpott was just pulling away through the infield section. I've got to say, this is going to be the creme de la creme of the Missed Apex Motorsport field at the moment, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. These guys are absolutely top-notch drivers.
So they're starting the penultimate lap now. And, there's less than a second between Derbertsberger and Hatton on this penultimate lap. So we've got 2 tight battles that we'll try and keep you informed of, but we'll keep our eyes on 4th place for now, as Pinero, once again, looking for a way past.
Yeah, something that could make a bit of a difference. As they're coming up to lap traffic, just a couple of car lengths ahead. They will meet them probably on the banking here. Let's see if they breeze out of the way.
Well, Pinero looks close, doesn't he? And this time it's Philpott who looks like he was a little bit slow. Pinero takes to the banking. It's almost like he's not trying to pass Philpott. He's staying on the banking.
Yeah, and he eased off coming into the braking zone, so I don't know what's going on there.
It's definitely, this is some interesting play going on here. It might be a play. I don't know. I'm not as smart as a racing driver. I can't understand the thinking.
I would say one thing that could be going on here actually is that he could be waiting until the final lap, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to be in front with a punching a big hole for the guy behind. So maybe he's thinking, oh, and Pinero's gone round into the wall.
Big drama for Pinero. Right as he was about to start the final lap, he's dropped it out of the chicane. So that's, well, Philpott definitely will be in 4th place now. And that's another point gained for Sam Harper. So more drama in this second race. Meanwhile, we can give you the battle for 2nd place as the leaders are on their final lap. Hatton is still repelling Alexander Derbertsberger for now. last few opportunities coming up for Dobertsberger to try and take second place away from the man who was second in the championship going into this evening's racing. And it doesn't look like he's close enough to really challenge at the moment. That advance he's been making seems to have stopped. So one more chicane for Danny Henney to take a win on his Missed Apex Motorsport debut evening. Starting from 14th on the grid, he was battling for the win in race 1, had it taken away from him, but it's redemption in race 2 for Danny Henney, who takes his first Missed Apex Motorsport win. And who is going to be second? It is David Hatton, who takes a small bite out of Sam Harper's lead, with Alexander Dobertsberger in 3rd place. That is his 2nd podium of the season for him as well. Brad Philpott will take 4th place as well after another great battle with Pinera, and Sam Harper comes over the line in 5th place to confirm 3 championship points lost for him, but he took a big chunk out in race 1 as well. So that championship's lead still looking good for Sam Harper. Did Pinero make it over the line in 6th? Indeed he did. So slight, a bit of recompense for him. Yeli Ooms in 7th place. Edward Shelley up to 8th from 19th on the grid. Richard Spanner's ready with a top 10 finish in 9th. And Custom Lemke completes your top 10.